this motion has two paragraphs, and I would absolutely agree with the first paragraph, which is about our Hindu, Sikh and Jain friends who live in London, and many of those who came over in the Windrush generation, who love this country, who contribute to this country, who work hard and integrate very, very well into our nation and our city. And I think we all welcome the contribution of these communities. But the second paragraph then goes on to say that diversity and multiculturalism is a strength.
Of course.
It's not always the case. And we're now heading to a position in London where we are not just a diverse city, but a hyper-diverse city, where the indigenous culture and the indigenous people are in a minority and are on the way to becoming a very small minority, and we've seen that in the census. Yes. Chair, I would appreciate if I could have no interruptions to my speech.
If you want to rebut him in a speech.
So, as I was saying, 60% of people in this country, in response to a poll earlier this year, said that multiculturalism was a bad thing. The previous leader of the Conservative Party, David Cameron, said the experiment of multiculturalism has failed. And diversity is often taken to mean a diversity of appearance, but without any diversity of thought. So there's lots of people who look different and have different genders, but all have the same stale, humorless, politically correct opinions.
That's the Labour Party.
Exactly, and this is a motion from the Red Team, and I disagree with this motion for that reason. What I'm not going to do, however, I'm not going to vote against the motion. I will abstain because, on behalf of UKIP, I would agree, obviously, with the first paragraph, those migrants, and if we have low immigration into the country of people who integrate well, that's a good thing. But if we have so much immigration, so much multiculturalism, so much humorless diversity of appearance, but a homogeneity of thought, that is not good for the city and it's not good for the nation. So because that's in the second paragraph, I cannot agree with the whole motion. So I will abstain on this motion, and that is my position. Thank you, Chair.
My main concern is to respond to Assemblymember Kurten, who claims that multiculturalism hasn't worked, and he complains about the indigenous people being a minority. Now, I'd like to know who the indigenous people are in his concern. And I'd simply say, Chair, if Mr Kurten means by indigenous white people, then I would strongly and utterly reject what he has to say.